$5 for the postage, so that is a good deal, and you could check this product out and see if you like it for free. Anyway, here we have CH21 Part 2, New Intel. Now, I got a ton of it, and I got through a lot of it yesterday. Now, some of the intel I hit on yesterday, over 140 famous people are all kind of pooping their pants on humanity's reaction to everything. I say 140 famous people, or I'm reading 140 famous people, thinking that these are all people who have been a part of it at some point in time. Maybe not through their own choice, though. And you think about people like Michael Jackson, born into this family. Well, what choice does he have? Really, if they decide to turn him into whatever, then that's what's going to happen. And you got to wonder, what is the real gender of Michael Jackson? I mean, I hate to say it that way because we all loved Michael Jackson up to a certain point, and then we didn't know what was going on. But I really think it was the clone that was doing all that stuff to kids. I think Michael was gone by that time. It's interesting, but that's what he says in his, they're all getting themselves ready. And it says you're going to be blown away on how quick troops and military flood the streets worldwide, because they're already just waiting for the green light. Well, when I read this part yesterday, I was thinking about the Walmarts and everything that they had ready, the deep state, these reptoids. I'm just going to call them reptoids. These reptoids had ready for us. I mean, they were going to like a transformer, like maybe even faster than a transformer. These things were going to transform themselves into prison. Walls come down, walls go up. I mean, they've got the technology to do anything they want to. And I've heard that they have all kinds of stuff that we would never even think of, such as sound technology, where they can run a sound frequency that immobilizes all of us. We can't do anything but cover our ears. We can't move. We can't think. We can't see even. So I've heard that they have those things, or they did have those things set up at like train stations and airports and stuff like that, where they could immobilize large groups of people, malls, things like that. So, they were completely prepared to just, everything was going to just snap and transform. So that's what I think this is going to be. People will be blown away on how quick troops, military, they flood the streets worldwide. This is going to be a worldwide army, really. It's not going to be the UN army. It's going to be the army for the people. And he says that humanity has been enslaved for the last 6,000 years under a draconian reptilian empire right up until 2016. And I'm going to read some Q posts. But 2018 was glorious, and we were told it was going to be, and then it was. Also, it reminds me of Professor Sean Ross, who makes the point over and over again that there were no castles until the year 1000. So I think when these things came, they were the ones that built the castles for themselves. And that's why I think every royal title, whatever, needs to be scrutinized. Also, I was watching these Midsummer Murders episodes. I forgot the name of the writer, but they're based on a series of books. It's a BBC or, Acorn production. And I don't think that name is an accident. Anyway, it's an Acorn production, and it is highly, in my mind, this is just reeks of Illuminatiism. It's very Agatha Christie, who is another one, who is part of this. So, but I noticed during this episode, they referred to this clearly was a man I mean, yeah, sure, it was playing the role of a woman, but it clearly was a man. And it's always the most mannish ones that they go, Lady Huntley. They kept calling her Lady Huntley. And I was thinking, these things are doing this for a long time, and that's part of the deception right there. They put the word lady in front of the name, so they're actually telling you what gender. And the same with Sir Elton John. So that does nothing but make me question Elton John's gender now. And Lady Huntley wasn't no lady, I can tell you that right now. That was just a flat out, straight up man. And there was another thing that they said in that episode. Lady Huntley said it. He said, or she said, or whatever. Everything's in the breeding. Everything's in the breeding, Inspector. So they made a big deal, had a big conversation about breeding, and he was, of course, insinuating that the inspector did not have the breeding. Humanity's been enslaved for the last 6,000 years under a draconian reptilian empire. If you notice, all those castles have everything. They have the spires, they have the secret rooms, and I think calling them priest holes and stuff, I'm beginning to think that's just bullshit. That's just where they kept the kids. Because they have these priest holes that are way down deep under these castles and in places supposedly where priests are praying and stuff. Yeah, it's where they do their rituals. How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? But all the castles started coming up on the year 1000. So, in my opinion, that's where they did that. And these castles were opulent, huge, like 26 rooms and stuff during a time when it was just unheard of. So they built these impressive structures for themselves to have their ceremonies in. And this makes sense. Actually, this is the missing piece to what Sean Ross was saying, because I used to repeat that all the time. There were no castles until the year 1000. And I never thought that was an accident. It's like someone just landed here and started building castles. That's what it's like. So, he says there's going to be 7 messages, and they're just around the corner. I can feel it everywhere I turn. All the big superstores owned by super rich are shutting down in the UK. They are here too. And there is a Marshall's up here at the shopping center. I never go in it, but I went in it the other day to check on something. I needed a bra, okay? I needed a bra, all right? There you go. And full disclosure, I needed a brassiere. And the Maidenform, I think and Maidenform was sold out of my favorite brand. No, so I had to go in there, and I noticed all these high-end clothes in there. I was like, oh, wow, that's nice. As I was walking down the aisle, and I went, oh, this is Banana Republic. And I just stopped and was looking through this stuff at all the big-name brands that are in the Marshalls. Well, isn't that Marshalls like the graveyard of... isn't that where all the stuff goes that's not selling? This was perfectly good stuff in small sizes and large sizes and everything. So I made special note of that Marshall's was filling up with high-end clothes. And not just a few. It's one thing if they get a few of weird sizes, Usually in the shoe section, they have like all these bizarre sizes that nobody ever buys. But no, they have every size. So that's what he's saying about the UK. That's happening here as well. The frequency and vibration at the moment is very tense and in your face. Everyone just going about their business. It's just beyond me, Linda. They're going to be kicking themselves big time. How did we miss all this and that? Well, we know why the sheep are sheep, don't we? Because they won't look. They will not look. But he's right. it is beyond me too that these people are walking around and they actually have these demtards going out trying to instigate gun control, and they're trying now to cheat on these local elections, because I just got my voter ID and I am an independent. It's got me down as a Republican, but I clearly have left the Republican Party anyway. Everybody's desperate, right? And so it says mail-in voting. So they're getting ready to cheat again down here. And these are the cheatiness. This mayor needs to be hauled out by his bald head. From New Jersey, no less. You know he's trouble. Nothing against New Jersey. I actually like New Jersey, but still, I don't want some guy from New Jersey, some demtard from New Jersey, anywhere near the place where I live. So yeah, the sheep are going to be sheep. So all house arrests worldwide, all the big, most loved hosts like Oprah and Degenerate. Just have a look at the house arrest list. All these will be live tribunals. So all of the house arrest people are going to be the live tribunals. We already know that John McCain was put to death courtesy of hysterical Kasich. No name McStain, I should say. We don't say his name. Full-blown lizard, though, I think, with all the eye work that you see there. It looks like they've been jabbing the eye there, like over and over and over again. Plus, this thing looked, no name, McStain, looked like a lizard. So, so all of those people, I do believe, at the top of the chain, the food chain, were already dealt with, just like it says on Real Raw News. Alec Baldwin made a big scene. That makes sense. And because of Alec Baldwin, it's just 2 shots to the head now for everybody else. Well, that makes sense. That fits. I'd be surprised if that wasn't true. And so when you look at the house arrest list, they're holding these in cages. And they're going to be live tribunals. These are some of the worst evil. You cannot even imagine how evil. All will be shot in the head live in front of the world. This is 2,000% fact. No more lethal injections, no more hangings, no more Rommel deaths. Rommel deaths only lasted a while at the beginning of all arrests. Every last house arrest will be executed live, no doubt. No doubt about this. This will be very shocking. Or the battles against reptilians, greys, hybrids, armies, underground cages, top to bottom of tunnels full of kids, all this on video. The so-called most informed and top truthers, even Bluewater, bless him, top fella. Bluewater, no doubt about it. But these people, meaning me and you and Bluewater and other people who are, but he's saying it doesn't even touch the sides. What we've seen so far, most of the 20%. You know, he's saying even Bluewater has probably not seen the morphing or the shape-shifting yet. And what we've seen so far on YouTube and BitChute is not even close to this morphing and shape-shifting. So it says, yeah, all arrests, every last house arrest will be executed live. No doubt about it. This will be very shocking. And it says another thing that will be shocking are the battles against reptilian, greys, hybrid armies, underground, or cages, top to bottom of tunnels full of kids, all on this video. And it says, no matter who we are, even you, me, Bluewater, even Christian, that none of us have seen the morphing or the shape-shifting yet. And what we've seen so far on YouTube and BitChute, et cetera, doesn't even come close. It doesn't even touch the sides. Most of the 20% will shit their pants. I would bet my last penny on that. They only have to step into certain light. If one bent over and its head hit certain light, it would freak you out. Positive ET can morph also. It's not so freaky. There's just so much all the sleepers will have to pick up on when the full rundown comes on 10-day lockdown. No internet for 10 days. No one, no man, woman, child, eyes and ears will be anywhere else. Every human vessel, including all children, teens, etc., must be scared to death. They must be. This makes total sense to me. They must be scared to death. They must have pure shock to their system. All children and teen worldwide will respect and appreciate everything in their world and sight. Social media will be gone. There's something similar, but you can't show too much skin. It will be more like Messenger or FaceTime. All teens and children, all adults will all learn that internet. And all social media was created by CIA, deep state military, purely for human trafficking, mainly child, teen kidnapping and trafficking. Child torture camps under public noses. Baby breeding bases like shit in a field everywhere. So it says, baby breeding bases like shit in a field everywhere. So, and Christian says that he's very nervous. A lot of people are very nervous. And that's pretty much the end of all of the intel so far. Now, this is from the Q Megameme folder. And it's obviously an infographic. So it starts off, would you believe us if we told you that from the day we were born, we have been programmed how and what to think? We've been programmed that what is written in our history books is true. We've been programmed that there are no real monsters. That what we see on the television, hear on the radio, or read in the news, that's what's real. That's reality. What if we told you that our history is a lie? That what we have been programmed to think and believe is based upon continuing an agenda of a small group of elites whose sole purpose is to enslave the minds of the people for financial gain and power. These elites are real monsters who care for nothing outside of their agenda. Monsters who steal and traffic our children and children from around the world for their own sick, perverted pleasures and ceremonies. What if we told you there was a war raging quietly behind the scenes to save our nation and our Constitution and the rights provided to us through that Constitution? Sounds like a work of fiction, a movie plot, or a conspiracy theory, doesn't it? The phrase, truth is stranger than fiction, was coined by Lord Byron in his satirical poem, Don Juan. The term conspiracy theory was coined by the CIA in 1967 as a means to detract or debase an individual or group of individuals who have come too close to the truth. Conspiracy theory. It really caught on, didn't it? These people never sounded more stupid than when they're, oh, yes, it's conspiracy theory. No, honey, when it's in their own emails, that's called evidence. It's not a theory anymore. It's them writing about it in their own emails. And what you get from a big dumbtard, retard person is a blank stare. What I like to call the empty garage syndrome. So anyway, yeah, conspiracy theory was coined by the CIA in 1967 as a means to detract or debase an individual or group of individuals who have come too close to the truth, except the people who sang it sound stupid. We are here to tell you that the truth will soon be revealed. This is not a joke, nor is it a game. This is real. We are a group of anonymous awakened individuals brought together for one common goal: to find the truth and awaken or red pill others to see and accept that truth. For within that truth is knowledge that may cause fear and even shake our very beliefs. And you heard on that video where every time any of these super soldiers or people who have worked in the secret space program, anytime they talk about any encounters that they've had, the gun is always pointed at them, not at the reptilian or the gray or whatever it is they're looking at. It's pointed at them, so that it may cause fear and even shake our very belief. Yeah, it could cause you to go berserk. And these people, if you try to tell them that people are going to have heart attacks and stuff, they'll roll their eyes. Oh God. Whew. We are here to help ease this shock that will come with the truth, and that's what's happened. The shock is being eased. I don't really think it matters what we talk about, although I desperately want to know the truth. So I'm not even pursuing anything that doesn't fit. And we're looking for something that will shock the world, okay? We're looking for something that as you go deeper, it gets more and more surreal. So far, everything I'm researching fits that criteria. So we are here to help ease this shock that will come with the truth. Well, that's happening. If you want to focus on giants, focus on the lie of them not telling us about giants and giant bones. Whatever you believe in when you know they've been hiding the truth, or even just the fact that all these theories are out there as alternatives, means that you're opening up your mind for what's to come. We have been informed of possible events in the near future that will try to distract from the truth being revealed. Fear not. We are safe. We will help to see past these distractions. We are true patriots. We support our President Trump in his crusade for truth and justice to those who have offended our Constitution of these United States, that have tried to destroy our constitutional rights to live free of the chains we are enslaved by, to restore lost knowledge of what our constitutional rights truly are. We are true patriots. We are the awakened. We are Paul Revere and his Minutemen. We are the coming storm. We are the truth that will be revealed. God bless America. Pray for those fighting this silent war. The truth shall set us free. But what's the image here? It's a flare out in space. So transparency is the only way forward. Why would they put a